I have to say that Catherine is probably... It's a great job from the Persona team. A great video game experience should be something that provokes you into thought and deep reflection about the real world. Just like a good story or book or a good movie. It should be something it deeply makes you think about stuff. And Catherine really makes you think, especially if you're in the middle of a relationship. It asks you some pretty tough questions that if you're going to answer them honestly, you have to take a second and think sometimes to some of them. But Catherine is obviously a very new game if you haven't. No, it's basically a puzzle platforming game. With kind of a slight horror twist to it. I wouldn't say it's very scary personally, but I mean the gameplay does take place in nightmares, so I guess technically it would count somewhat as a horror game. Just to get out of the way, obviously since it's a new game, it's $59 for the standard version, which all forced print copies come with the soundtrack and an art book, a small art book. While you get the deluxe version, No More Love, which comes with several items, the art book CD, and obviously your game, for $79. And those are still available on Amazon if you want the deluxe version. I hear most GameStops and such have already ran out of those. And I hear the forced prints are also kind of starting to fade away from the store. So I'm not really sure if you're going to still get one of those from Amazon. So I can't really guarantee that. But obviously, anyway. Catherine's by Atlas, the Persona team. People who made Shin Tensei series and all that. And currently it is planned to come out in PAL regions such as New Zealand, Europe, and Australia and that, thanks to Deep Silver, who are the people who made Dead Island, which is going to be published by Square Enix in America, which I'm looking forward to that title, actually. So, lucky you, Europe. Catherine. Such a thought-provoking game. Basically, it has the kind of social aspect lent a little from Persona. It doesn't work in the same way as Persona, but there is a social aspect of interacting with your friends and other people you meet in the bar. And some of these people do get involved in your nightmare. Basically what's happening is the main character, people start having this nightmare, and if you die in this nightmare, you die in real life. And nobody can remember the nightmares. They keep forgetting them when they wake up, but they keep having a lack of sleep in that. And you keep meeting a lot of people from the bar inside your nightmare. And you have the option of trying to help them through the problems and keep their hopes up from dying. This game is very mature and adult-oriented, with a lot of relationship dating and real life and marriage and all kinds of stuff like that. Basically, you have the main character has a girlfriend named Catherine, with a K. And she is thought to be pregnant with his baby, and they've had a long relationship. But all of a sudden, the main character meets this other girl named Catherine, who basically is like his dream girl. And he basically accidentally cheats with her, and he goes through all these problems trying to decide what he wants to do with his life and stuff, while having these nightmares every night. Now, I really do enjoy a lot of Atlas's personal made games, not stuff they solely publish. Like, I really did enjoy Demon's Souls, but it wasn't made by Atlas. But Atlas does make a lot of thought-provoking games. The Persona series, Persona 3 was pretty thought-provoking. I haven't played 4 yet. I haven't, and I do plan on playing it eventually. I want to finish the side story for Persona 3, but I'm taking a break so I don't burn myself out on that. Catherine does have a very bizarre story, and I can only tell you it only gets stranger and stranger as the game goes. I mean, whew. I got the happy ending, and I'm pretty satisfied with that ending. I do hope to replay and try for a few other endings here and there. This game is very hard. If you're a beginner puzzle person, you're probably best off being on very easy, which is a very secretive mode. If I recall, you hold select and then select easy, and you get very easy. Basic puzzlers would probably want to do easy and normal. Normal is getting much more challenging. And originally normal was the only thing. There was normal and hard for Japan, and apparently people found it so freaking hard that Atlas patched it with very easy, and few added changes to those two modes, like you get more continues from a pillow and such in easy and very easy mode. Why it's still more limited. Basically, they left. I think they did one change in normal. Can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but overall they left normal and hard pretty much the same. But and obviously that also gives a lot of replay, because I would probably recommend playing easy and then walk your way from there. If you're really new to puzzle games, then very easy I would recommend, because this is a pretty challenging puzzle game. Basically how the gameplay works is you're climbing up a blocked build tower. It's just made out of blocks, and you basically have to work your way through these blocks and get to a door. Why the bottom of the level is either falling or a certain monster will be chasing you up it and basically be trying to kill you. Either way, if you fall off or get killed, you die. You do have continues from Mystic Pillows, but varying on what difficulty you're playing in, whether those will become scarce or very common. But anyway, you can push, pull blocks, and hold off ledges and climb around and such. But the game gets more difficult when it starts throwing in a lot of different types in a lot of smaller spaces, and there's a lot of tricks to learn in this game, like how the blocks fall, how they connect by the edges, because gravity doesn't work in the Nightmare Realm like reality. It's very different, and there's a lot of different blocks, and at the very end you get thrown a few extra ones that throw you off. The boss fights are basically nightmares chasing you. Something specifically is chasing you. And each one has different attacks that affect the tower you're climbing. Like they may cut it off, throw stuff at you, make things fall down on you, or actually themselves try to attack you. And you have to quickly avoid or do whatever you can so these don't, because like they're not always life-threatening. Like one actually hits the stage to try and make you fall off, for example. Like just if you're hanging, you'll fall down to wherever the next block is below you, and that. So you have to be quick on your feet to avoid that stuff while climbing this tower still. There are special items you can use to assist you in making blocks, special effects, killing other enemies that are in your way, pushing you, or potentially killing you. And a special potion where you can climb two blocks. And it's very there's a lot we play too in trying to get a better score in stages and that, as opposed to simply getting more endings or harder difficulties. It lets you replay stages for a better score in that. And the graphics are really good. It uses that anime cel shade look, and it has anime drawn scenes too. And it's really well done. It's very strange and very sheep-filled. Basically, everyone else in the nightmare sees everyone else as sheep and themselves as a person. And it's a pretty good game if you like the kind of thought and feeling the Persona games give. You'll like the story in this. Obviously, like I said, it's a puzzle game and not RPG, so that part will depend on your preference of gameplay. If you're not, it's a very type of game that wants you to think quickly, but be careful about how you're thinking. It's something you need to master. I did get the deluxe version, and I did make a video showing that off, but I do want to comment that America got 2 different versions of the covers. 360 and PS3 both feature the 2 different Catherines. The young blonde Catherine's on PS3, and the mature kind of book Nordish Catherine is on the 360. Now, there's basically kind of a censored version of these, where they're more close up and kind of taking, see, like, Vincent's falling down the cleavage of the blonde girl, and he's climbing up near the butt of his girlfriend on the 360, and they kind of closed up, cutting off kind of what it looked like. So I have not seen those covers yet, but they're apparently for selective stores, pretty much like Best Buy and Walmart. To my understanding, all the deluxe versions come with the original box art. So, GameStop, I see, does not carry the censored, cut-off box art, but that may vary on certain stores. I have not seen this game at Walmart, so I don't know if that was going to be for Walmart or not, if they just haven't really put it out yet. But overall, I really did enjoy Catherine. I think it's worth every dollar, and I will say it to me... Oh, sorry about that. To me, it is definitely Game of the Year to me. It's very thought-provoking and everything, and I really enjoyed the story, the gameplay. You can find lots of gameplay videos. Look at my Let's Play, or other people's Let's Plays, or the demo of that. Or, obviously, you can also just download the demo off your 360 and PS3. It has online... Well, okay. That was a mistake. It does not have online co-op and competitive. It has online weighting of the poll questions. You get asked deep questions that mostly revolve around Vincent's relationship or relationships in general, or ideals, like if you had someone perfect and you found out they were a robot, was that going to be okay with you? If you're playing online, you will get to see what the other players who are playing online voted in a pie graph. The co-op sections are supposed to be their own unique stages, and the competitive stages are supposed to be based off story stages. These are both local only, which is disappointing, because currently most of my friends are all gone now. I mean, I stay in contact with them, but they're mostly... I have to play with them online these days. I don't have a lot of, like, one of my friends just moved to Texas, so. So, I do want to play it, but I don't think I have anyone around. Like, my family's not into weird puzzle games like this, so sadly, I want to play it one day, but I'm going to really get a chance to. But, I highly recommend Catherine. I really think anyone who likes Persona's type of game, or it was really enjoyable. I really think it's a shame if this game doesn't sell well, because I can see they put a lot of work into this. And considering, as far as I'm really aware of, the only other puzzle game I can think of that Atlas ever made was the Jack Brothers for the Virtual Boy. I would count that as a puzzle game, and they usually make pretty much RPGs and a few other bizarre games. I really think this was a very well developed game, and I really hope it sells well, and I really hope Atlas will make another game, not necessarily being a sequel to the story, because Vincent's story is pretty much told, but I really would like to see a sequel to the gameplay. It doesn't necessarily have to be nightmares again, but I would think it's a shame just to let the type of gameplay just fade without trying a little more with it. So I hope Atlas considers making another game with the gameplay, maybe a different story setting and all that, but I would like to see the gameplay again. Enjoyed it. I hope that we play it for some more endings that I'll add to my Let's Play if I do, in a different dialogue. I am glad I did encourage one of my scribers to go out and get this game, and he is enjoying it. So, I'm glad I was able to convince one person with my Let's Play, and I really hope I encouraged other people to get this game. It does seem I've talked for a good while now, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, go get this game. If you love puzzle games, go get it. It's challenging, it's awesome, it's kick-ass. It's Catherine.